Hello. I am so happy to be here. My name is Mr. Josh. I'm not your only teacher. I'm just the most fun. Uh, I doubt that sometimes if I'm the most fun teacher. But I also try to live that way. So, without further ado, let me start. I won't delay. I'm going to jump into drawing today. I'm going to jump in to talking today. Drawing and talking. There's a lot of things I want to talk about, and a lot of things I want to draw. To begin, my friends talked with me, and my friends said they wanted to see more frogs. They like the frogs, and I like frogs too. So maybe that's a good direction for us. What do you think? Are frogs a good direction for us? Let's go in the frog direction. That's a funny thing to say. I want to go where the frogs are. Frogs are in the forest, very often. Frogs are in the jungle. They're in the water too. The ponds, the rivers, the streams. Frogs are a sign of a healthy ecosystem. Let's just jump into it then. Let's have some frogs. Last time I made these frogs. Very cute, very fun. That was the warm-up activity. Let's do another warm-up activity. Getting our hands warm, getting our minds warm. Oh, I love that. Hands and eyes warm. So today I'm going to practice circles. Oh, how's my stable? Let's do circles, lots of circles. So this is the practice. Lots of circles. You'll see that today this is part of my goal. My goal is to make lots of these circles. Frogs are made of circles. Now when I first started drawing, my first art teachers always told me, shapes. Think about shapes. That's great advice. So here I am, thinking about shapes. Let's clean that up a little bit. Let's clean it up. Yes, clean that up. And then we'll start to create something here. Yes, thank you. Thank you for disappearing. Yes, we're disappearing, thank you. The latency on my computer is a little slow. I have a lot going on. I'm making my computer work. And in this way? Yes, yes. Looking good, looking good. We'll make a frog come to life. Alright, so here are some frogs, just right now with circles. Circles making our frogs. Da 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 da. Hello, little frogs. Alright, so here were our circles. Now let's create some eyes. And our frogs will begin to take shape. Just like this. This is the goal for today. These little frogs right here. Delightful. Beautiful. But remember, it's about shapes. So let's go back to the first shapes we did. I'll create a new layer. And I'll make this layer invisible. And we'll go back to the same shapes. To begin, let's make the circle, or an oval, or an ellipse. You must know your shapes. This is the shape we're going to work with all day. And then one eye here, and then one leg there. There's a bigger frog on top of the other frog. Oh, poor frog, squishing him. Getting squished by your buddy. Oh, Sometimes do you feel squished by your buddy? It's normal. All right, there it is. There's the frog, and we're going to create this again just by erasing. Ding, 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 ding. Yay. Ding, 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 ding. Yay. Goodbye. Goodbye. And in this way, we have our little frog friend again. Let's get to the eyes. Beautiful frog eyes. And let's do a weird color. Yay! It's a weird color. It's one of my favorite colors. Honestly, I love it. Oh, yeah. Oh. I'm gonna read a little bit from what my friend just said. He said frogs are in swamps, and he talked about Swamp Thing, which is a comic that I have on my shelf. Mr. Chromink, come and visit. You can read my books. Okay, and then Plato is all about shapes. The idea of a circle is more powerful than a circle in real life. Things are in circle in real life, come and go. The idea of a circle stays. He's right. He's talking about the ideal form and the real form. What we create on the page approaches the ideal. But in real life, it's very difficult to find those circles. All right. Plato was named after Plato. Yes, this is true. Yes, on a reliable source told me that Play-Doh is named after Plato. You know about forms and shapes. Oh, hello, Darwin. I see you here. Hello. Is your sister hanging out with you? And you would never squish your buddy? Well, do unto others as you would have them do to you. Right? Well, thank you for the input. I am delighted. Let's go back to making these frogs real. More real. Less ideal. More real. That's a happy frog. That's an unhappy frog. Getting squished. All right, so let's put them together. Dink. Oh man, let's compare. Okay, so here we have bigger lines, smaller lines, and what's better? This is bigger lines, and he's getting squished. Wow. Let's see here. I want to do something a bit different, and I want you to practice with me. So I'll make that disappear, make this come back, and we're going to make the shapes once more. Once more. And so this time, let's do a little smaller squished frog here. His eye could be here. And then we'll do one leg, and then another leg, and then a leg off to the side because he's squished, and then a leg off to the side here, squished. And then we have his buddy. His buddy is here, right squishing him. One leg on the other eye, and then he's climbed up on top with the leg, and then he's got a happy leg there, right, squishing his buddy, as we ought not do, unless your buddy asks. Happy frog. But I got an idea here. I have this, like that, and then I want to do one more frog, like a little baby frog. The little baby frog is up here. Very happy, so happy he's smiling. I'm gonna go ahead and slam that smile on. Alright, and then he's climbing a little bit, so his leg's a little lower. And then that's it. Let's clean it up. Goodbye line, goodbye line, goodbye line in the eye. We want that line to be clear. These lines to be clear, all these lines. Yes, yes. This is the shape I'm going for. I want 3 frogs. Dynamic. It's fun to see. When I see art, I want to think about something. I want to think about the ideal. And in this way, I discover something. Oh, here's another idea. Here's another idea. Something I want to add for today. Let's do a little... Oh, come on, yeah. Little bug. Little bug. You can see the frog. Uh-oh, like that. And then, let's Put the eyes on there. All the eyes are going to point at the bug. Like this. Oh. Doll. 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 All right. You know what the frogs are thinking right now? I hope you do. You know what the frogs are thinking? Lunch. And for some of you, dinner. And for others, breakfast. Or brunch. Or second breakfasts. True story. Second breakfast is a real thing. For me. Oh, I don't like that line. Alright. So here we're coming closer to the ideal form. 3 little frogs on top of each other, talking and playing. Oh, hello, my students. Do-kyun, hi. Anu, hi. Well, here in this moment, I'm curious, did you draw a frog? What do you think? You want to have a go? You want to try and draw these 3 little frogs? For a quick moment, these little frogs, I'm going for something more ideal. I'm very glad that Andrew mentioned this idea, because with an ideal frog, it has this shape, right? So let's take a moment and say bye-bye to that shape, and think about what is a frog. If I draw a real frog, it has fingers, and sitting here, and it has 2 arms. It's kind of gnarly fingers. And its legs are curled up because it's sitting in this resting pose. Again, this is my frog in my mind. I saw this frog on Totoro a long time ago. Have you seen Totoro? Good show. Good movie. I recommend every movie by Hayao Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli. But if you think about a real frog, it looks a little bit like that. More or less. Less is more? Well, that's what a frog might really look like. That's the real thing. Do you like it? Come on, tell me. Do you like this frog here? Or are you more into frogs like this? This is the ideal form. This is the cute form. And then this is the real form. No smile. No happy face. No cute expression. It doesn't look at the fly until it spits its tongue out. And then here we have 3 friends all together. I'm into the ideal too. When we draw pictures, we need to express what's coming on inside of us. It's about self-discovery. And this is really the topic I wanted to explore today in my free association, is self-discovery. That's what art is for me, self-discovery. So, let's discover some. Let's make this picture just right. So, Mr. Plato, we're going to copy this. We're going to copy Plato and make it our own. So we're going from Socrates to Plato to Aristotle, and then our students might even become Alexander or something else amazing, and then we might live vicariously forever. But that's just more of like the ego adventure. I'm not so into the ego adventure, but I am into self-discovery. That's a real thing. Okay, so I will use the Bezier curve instead of the pen, so that I can create these cute lines like we've discussed, it's about the ideal form. Little lines, little curves. And we make these curves, and then the frog comes to life. There's lots of stories about artists falling in love with their creation. You can see it. People identify with what they made. That's not my intention here. My intention here and now in this shared time with my friends is self-discovery. And for those of us who have the time, I believe it's our responsibility to share our wisdom with the world. One of the great ways to grow your wisdom is with art. And not just with visual art, music. Oh, music is one of my favorite. Singing, playing guitar, ukulele. I admire people who play piano because I think piano is beautiful. What are some more instruments that you like to hear? I'm really into the dulcimer. Have you ever heard of the dulcimer? And you're right. Oh, a baby tadpole. Tadpole's not an instrument. But frogs have instruments. Frogs sing. What are some more instruments that we like to hear? That's art. Great art. There's more art. There's acting. We as a culture love acting. We love to see people act. We love to see movies. I do. I like long movie series. Like season 1, season 2, season 3. I don't know why I like it so much. I like the long story. Little frog grows on top of the big frogs. No, it's cute, it's ideal, so let's do a little bit more cutie face. More rounded. Not too much of the creepy frog. Not too much of the creepy frog. Where are you? Hello, creepy frog. Not too much creepy frog. It's too real. Funny, real can be creepy and spooky. The ideal can be comforting. That's a lesson for us as we discover ourselves. I think that true wisdom comes from self-discovery. There's intelligence, there's lots of smart people. Are they practicing self-discovery? Oh, my curve went back to small. Lots of smart people. Are they practicing self-discovery? Because through art and through adventure and through learning in general, we can truly, truly understand ourselves. That's what this is for me. I was inspired by my students. My students inspired me. My sons inspired me. I watched them drawing, and I felt them growing. I felt them talking and learning while they were drawing. This is a little eye. The eye is looking at the fly. And in this way, I learned from them. I learned that they were discovering as they were drawing. And I wanted that too. I wanted to have that sensation. Talking and learning about myself. And also, here I am creating an ideal. I don't like any of those eyes. I like 0 of them. I don't like them. So I'm gonna try again. Make it a little larger and use a textured approach. See, it's a different line. Ding. All right, lovely. Let's see that. Let's let it go away. Right, they all need mouths. So the way I see it is he's happy, and this one in the middle, and this one on the bottom, not so happy. Sorry. Okay, we're also gonna change this shape here a little bit, this line, changing our line. All right, making it right. These are some advantages to drawing on the computer. On the computer, you have to learn how to use a stylus and a drawing pad. Can I pick you up? I can't pick you up. But after you learn how to use that equipment, you can Control Z, undo your work. You can also move little lines. And now where is our little fly again? I like that little simple fly. Let's give him another. Let's come back to the fly. Yucky fly. Yeah, we all see flies and say, oh, how gross, it's a fly. Yeah, they're gross, yeah. I think their real form is quite gross. But, as we've discussed, real and unreal, real and ideal, different ways to think. It looks a little bit like my dragonfly character, who I love. And then, yep. All right. Oh, and we'll erase that little line in there. Okay. Bye bye. And then we'll put the eyes again. Oh gosh, I know, they feed me. Alright, there's the frogs. And there's their buddy, the fly. Oh, not a buddy, not a friend. Food. Friends are not food. Friends are not food. So, yeah. Mr. Chromiki, you're talking about how you never squish your friends? Well, we also should not eat our friends. Yeah. You bring an interesting philosophical point, Mr. Chromik. And I think we have to be careful with words and names, because different words will mean different things to different people. And I like how you are making this point of pointing to God in different shapes and forms and sensations. And it becomes discovery. I loop it back into myself, because this is a time of self-discovery. And it's an exploration of my ideas, of my own self. I appreciate you joining me on this walk. We're all walking together. So let's walk with these frogs a little bit more. Now, from here, I'll create a little layer. Not a raster layer. A raster layer is easy to fill with paint. It's easy to create masks. It's hard to move around. So, the vector layer is easy to move around. So I'll create a little duplicate, and then make that duplicate fall into this. Now I have this little creature here. I'll take a look. Oh, there's some lines I'm missing, aren't there? So with my pen, I'll fix these lines. Ding, like this. How's that? Now let's do a little bit bigger. Ting, ting. Okay, here's our frogs. Here's our fly. Let's give them some color. let's do 3 different colors. Bring up the color wheel. Something nice and happy here. Nice and happy. Happy frog. Here. All the color. And then let's do something also happy, but on a different side of the spectrum. Different side. Something delightfully froggy. And yeah, a little bit like turtle too. Oh, very froggy. And then we'll do something closer into the purple, and then splash. All right, these are 3 colors of frogs. And then we'll do our fly. Flies can be many colors. This frog, let's give him something a little gross. Just a little gross color. What do you think? Is it too gross? Not gross enough. Yeah, not gross enough. Let's try that. Oh. Did you know it's hard to find a brown? You gotta go to orange to find brown. Look to the orange. You'll find your brown. Oh man. That's so brown that it makes a feeling. What's that feeling that we have when we see that brown? You see brown, what do you think? You can say it, it's okay. We all use language. What's that brown thing look like? What do you think? Well, I know what I would say. I'm not gonna say it. All right, so I want to choose their eyes. I want their eyes to be something that pops. Some poppy color. Pop, 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 pop. Nothing pops like black. Yeah. Black is always powerful. Okay, and so there's our 3 free frogs looking at the nasty little fly. Let's give their eyes a background. Cool. Nope, don't like that color. Let's try this color. Cool. Nope, don't like that color either. How about this? Okay, I like that more. Okay. They have the same color eyes. Cool, very cool. Let's go back to the black and do some touch up. Simple touch. And that way their eyes have a completeness, a cartoon completeness. All right. And they're all hungry. I'll take a look. There we go. There's our 3 little frogs. 3 little frogs, and that was the goal. We started from here, a little squish. We did some exploration. We got all the way to here. Or here. So what I'll do is I'll take this, and I will print this out, and you can draw it in my classes. I know some of my son might want to draw it too. And that's the way. So I want to thank you, Do-kyung and Anu and Daon, for watching and talking with me. I want to thank you too, Mr. Kromik. I really appreciate you hanging out and talking with me, inspiring me on my journey of self-discovery. Remember, it starts with shapes. And so we're going to go back, we're going to do some more shapes and create a different picture. So I'll take all these, I'll make a folder and put these into the folder. And I'll call the folder Squish Frogs. Yeah, I like that name. Squish Frogs. Squish Frogs. All right, and that way I don't have to come back to it. Bye-bye. And now, here's the real frog. Can we find a compromise between the cute frog and the real frog? That's the goal. Can I compromise cute frog and real frog? Well, I think the only way to do it is to create a tree. So I'm gonna make a tree like this. All right, there's our little tree branch. And then I want my little frog to peek out. There's the shape. Beep. I did this last time. But remember that we have legs. So let's do one leg here, like this. And then we have feet. Now we don't want to be too creepy. I'll show you. If we do it creepy, if we do it too real, this is what a frog's foot might look like. But we're not going to do a creepy frog. We're going to do a cutie frog. And that means we take away the sharp edges and we put on the round. It's just that simple. Take away the sharp and put on the round. So I'll clean that up just so you can see what it looks like. Ding. All right. That's all. So that's one leg. And let's do a little hand here. Frogs have hands. I have a sneeze coming. What do I do with a sneeze? Oh no! I'm on the internet. How do I sneeze, Mom? Ah! I'm about to sneeze. Don't sneeze. Joshua, don't sneeze. Everybody's counting on you. Don't sneeze. Can I sneeze? Ah! Okay, I fought it away. It's all this air conditioning. Too much air conditioning. Makes me want to sneeze. Well, you don't really have a choice. When it's this hot outside, you need air conditioning. Alright, beautiful. Bye-bye. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. I really like that. I really like that. And then we leg. Oh no, let's do that line better. Leg. Alright. And then the last little hand, we'll do it right over here because he's reaching up. And I'm doing this from my imagination. I'm rediscovering a piece of myself. It's deep inside my brain. I'm rediscovering a memory I have of seeing a tree frog in my coastal home of North Carolina. That's right. That's where I'm from. I'm from North Carolina in the United States. And I'd see tree frogs climbing around everywhere. And here's a little frog climbing about. One frog on a tree branch. Okay, so that's up close. Very personal, very exciting, very pretty. Let's give him some spots to make him a little bit real. Remember, we're trying to find a balance between real and not real. A nose, right? Because frogs have noses. Another spot here. Maybe another spot here. Alright, so that's one frog right there in front of us. And, you know, we need to have his friends, because frogs have friends. I have friends, you have friends. I hope you have friends. And if you don't have friends, let's talk about how to make friends. Mr. Cromick, do you have any advice for how to make friends? I think that one way to make friends is listen. Oh, he says be kind. That's awesome. Be kind. Well, what does that look like? How can we be kind? I think he gave us some advice earlier. Mr. Cromick said, don't squish. Don't squish your friends. It's about pressure, right? Not too much pressure. Don't give your friends too much pressure. Now, this little frog is going to be over here doing the same thing. He's hanging out with his cutie little fingers. Cute fingers. Cute fingers. Cute fingers. But this one will be hanging a little bit more. Cute frogs. Alright. Give him a head. And he's got legs. Remember, cute Trying to go for cute, so that means no hard edges. Cute is an ideal. It's all in our head. And we can come close, we can approach it, but remember, it's all in your head. So we're discovering what's in our head right now. A little frog is in my head. Yep. He only has 3 legs. Is it a way? Oh, I know what to do. We have a little leg hanging down. I like a cute frog. But does that look natural? He's hanging. It doesn't do much for the composition of the piece. That's a complicated idea, composition. But it's real, so let's put his leg off to the side. Just a suggestion of a leg. Alright, that's one more frog. And then we'll do another frog over here on a different tree. I like these curves. The curves give me a whimsy feeling. Now all the frogs are looking up. All the frogs are looking up, so and they're all going to be inside this area. So let's see. Let's give this frog a different shape. Let's give him. This is the foot. Now, when I coach people to draw, one thing I like to tell people is to give yourself place markers, like landmarks, on your drawing, so that you can see what you're doing, you can see where you're going. Landmarks are a way to discover a city. If you go to Paris, you can see the Eiffel Tower. If you go to Hong Kong, you can see the bay. You might even walk on the bay and find the statue of Bruce Lee. If you go to Korea, Seoul, you will see the Han River. These are landmarks, and they help you find your way. In self-discovery, in art, you also want to find your way. So I did a foot. The foot is a landmark. I'll make another foot. So I imagine the foot that goes up here like a knee, and then it comes down, and then it's loopy. His little toes are looping around and grabbing it. Thank you, frog. Such a big help. Okay. And then I erase this. All right, that's his leg. Now I need to redo this part here. His leg as it grabs the tree, and then he's reaching out this time. This might be a little creepy because I do more detail, more close to real. But we're gonna take that risk of doing something a little creepy, just so that I can have the effect that I want. The effect is I want to create a composition. I want to put things inside. I want to make a feeling. I want to make a feeling, an ideal. So it's gentle. It's a balance, right? A balance between real, and unreal. Balance between form and reality. And then one more leg, one more hand. There we go. Oh, I love it. I love it. I really like this creation, and I really appreciate my students and my friends asking for frogs, because I'm into this little picture. I should step back and give these little froggy boys and girls some dots, some marks, because tree frogs often have little dots on their body. I think it's because they They're hiding in the trees. But other frogs have dots. They have bumps and warts and things like that. Just like me. I have dots, freckles, and warts, and things that make me look different. I think we all have that, don't we? It makes us who we are. A little bit of self-discovery. Sometimes you can do some self-discovery in the mirror. Look in the mirror. That's who you are. And wow, humans are beautiful. We have so much character. I like the humans who visit me in the upper room. I like the humans who I've met on my adventures, like Mr. Chromie. Oh, and Miss Taggart, who I saw a while ago. And yes, yeah, I think Mr. Chromie is one of the kindest people I've met. And he's giving some good advice. That if you want to discover yourself, friends can help that. And the way you make friends is to be kind. Right, here I am hanging out, making my frogs. And the frogs are all here. They're hanging out. Should we do some more frogs? I think these frogs are good. Let's do this again. Let's do this. Let's repeat this. Here, and then we'll duplicate. Thank you, air conditioning. A little noisy air conditioning, but hey, I can live with that. It's a little challenging to live with this high heat. We're all responsible for the high heat, but it's a challenge. Okay, so here is the frog, and now I can color it. This time I'm going to choose colors that are all together. Okay, so green. Ninja Turtle green, absolutely, delightful, delightful Ninja Turtle green. And then we'll do something a little softer, right in front of us. Ding, 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 ding. All right, and then their little buddy over there, he's gonna be an even different color green. All right, a little bit muted. All right, my little green friends. Very cool. Very cool. Now, let's do their dots. The little dots. All right. Lovely. Lovely. Very froggy. Yes, very froggy. Very froggy. Oh my goodness, such a frog. What a froggy. Frogs are friends to the environment. If you have frogs in your swamp, if you have frogs in your pond, if you have frogs in your trees, that's a sign that your frogs, or the environment, is healthy. These frogs are very sensitive. Frogs are very connected to the environment. So if you have frogs in your forest or in your swamp or pond or anywhere, it's healthy. It's a good sign. I have frogs in my painting. That means my painting is healthy. That's right. That's the ideal form. Okay, let's put some more. Let's give them some eyes. What color are eyes gonna be? Ding. Ding. What do you think? Do we like that? I don't love it. I don't love it. Let's do something a little strange. What's a strange color for a frog eye? Yellow is very strange for a frog eye. Oh, but I kind of like that. Okay, we're gonna keep it. Frog eyes. Yellow for frog eyes. All right. And then for the eyes, some little greeny black. Little greeny black. Yeah, then we'll close off those colors there. Nice. Nice. Thank you so much, little greeny frogs. Ding, Ding. Okay, and this is where my muscle control is important as I fill in the little white spots. I'll talk more about self-exploration at other times because it's a really big part of my life. It's a big part of my daily life. Self-discovery, self-exploration. I could talk about self-exploration for hours and hours. Okay, so now these trees, let's make these trees real to me, make them feel real. And that means that we need lines. Let's give the trees some clear lines. Again, muscle control. And trees are not straight. Perfection, we talked about perfection. Perfection is an idea that we share. We want to have perfect things. But nature has a different definition of perfection. The forms are different. Nature's perfection. Trees' perfection. Oh, it's such a good thing to think about. Trees grow towards the light. And that's why they twist like this. Because they're chasing the light. You know what frogs chase? I know you know what frogs chase. Trees chase light. Correct? And frogs chase bugs. Bugs. Simple bugs. And that's cool. That's what they want. How about humans? Oh man, pizza. I chase pizza. Pizza. Oh, cheeseburgers. Oh, lots of Korean food too. What food do you chase? Trees want light. Frogs want bugs. Mr. Josh wants pizza and apples and pineapple. Oh, mango. I can keep going. All the foods I love to eat. Ice cream. Those are things that I chase. That's just my belly. My belly's chasing these things. It's normal. Hello, hello. Nom appel. That's my little goat. I have a special place in my heart for that one. Alright, we're almost finished with this little picture. Let's give it some real strong color. Strong contrast. And then in the back, let's give it a soft color. Okay, let's keep inside there, ding. Alright, and in there, ding. And then there's another spot over here, ding. Alright, so here are the frogs. We should ask ourselves, which frogs do we like? Do we like the go to your home. Okay. Do we like the squish frogs? Where are you? There you are. Do we like these squish frogs? Or do we love the tree frogs? I think that everybody has a different choice. I do want to point to one idea. One is more real. If a cartoon or animation can be real. And the other is more ideal. Yeah. What do you think? Which one's your style? And when we make these choices, we discover things about ourselves. Our choices guide us on our little path. And so I want to, again, thank you for coming and sitting with me. I want to thank you for drawing with me. I'd love to see your drawings. If you want to send me a drawing, please send me a drawing. And I'll do this again next Wednesday. So please, have a great day and show me your drawings. Bye bye.